The story began 360 years before Christ when Aristotle, the brilliant student of Socrates, Aristocles, son of Ariston, known as Plato, described a city that was closest to the imagination, enjoying advanced technology, an advanced government, and a noble people that history had never seen before. They inhabited an unknown continent called Atlantis, but it was completely destroyed after a great flood between 800 and 500 BC. According to legend, the surviving Atlanteans spread around the world and taught other civilizations advanced technology, including electricity, airplanes, and other sophisticated technological equipment. Over 2,500 years after this narrative, researchers are still trying to find conclusive scientific evidence of its existence, apart from myths and legends. Atlantis captivated both the modern and ancient worlds alike, describing its land as a fertile plain surrounded by alternating zones of land and water, interspersed with magnificent palaces. Books mention its size to be equivalent to Asia and Libya combined, making it a paradise on Earth governed by an advanced civilization characterized by equality and justice. However, as their power and arrogance grew, they became belligerent, enamored with wars that they won due to their significant technological advancement. Yet after a series of earthquakes and floods, Atlantis sank to the bottom of the sea, becoming either a historical fact or pure fiction. The philosopher Plato described in two dialogues, Critias and Timaeus, and in discussions about his ancestor Solon, who had learned about it during his travels to Egypt, where he met with priests who spoke of this Atlantean region that once ruled the world. Some discoveries claim it had connections to the Pharaonic civilization and the Maya civilization. Nowadays, some scientists strongly believe there is a link between Atlantis and ancient Egyptian civilization, suggesting survivors of Atlantis went to Egypt, according to Plato's account. Some have puzzled over strange shapes unrelated to Egyptian hieroglyphic inscriptions, and also the mysterious writings in Abidos Temple that depict a helicopter, a submarine, and a flying saucer. Amid this debate between skeptics and believers about Atlantis, both sides agree on one significant issue. The Sphinx hides scientific treasures and knowledge from the first Earth Age beneath its feet. However, from a different perspective, supporters argue that Atlantis's documents and its advanced knowledge exist in a secret chamber beneath the Sphinx, while skeptics believe the secret of building the pyramids is buried there. Thus, the Nazi Party, led by Hitler, sent a secret Nazi group called the Ahnenerbe in the early 20th century, consisting of elite scientists armed with ancient maps dating back to the 16th century and from the Ottoman era. Their mission was to search for Atlantis rather than to verify its existence, as the Nazis were convinced of the existence of this continent and the presence of lands beyond the poles. For Nazi historians, these documents were unquestionably true, yet skeptical media never mentioned them. Some American newspapers reported in 1947 the discovery of a crashed flying object in the Roswell area of Texas, USA, on July 8, 1947, after an American journalist leaked the news. America later admitted it was an advanced technological flying object, but other pictures emerged showing Nazi symbols on these sources, which were later debunked by the media. More doubts surfaced during the Georgia incident, when President Jimmy Carter mentioned seeing something strange in the sky in 1977, followed by numerous sightings over the Americas. The National Examiner in 1988 published a report that resolved the mystery of flying saucers, stating they belonged to the Nazi army. Richard Evelyn Byrd, a U.S. Navy Rear Admiral, polar explorer, pilot, and navigator, conducted unparalleled explorations between 1928 and 1957 in the desolate frozen continent of Antarctica. With the plethora of research and leaked reports, some scientists speculate there may be a continent submerged in the ocean that the world has not yet discovered. Was this a guess or preparation for what was announced in 1995 when a new land called Zealandia, a submerged continent in the Pacific Ocean, was discovered by 96%? Throughout history, pyramids have been discovered in various parts of the world, from Egypt to Mexico and even in China. Some researchers believe that these structures are not mere coincidences, but are evidence of a once global Atlantean civilization. This chapter delves into the theories and evidence that suggest a connection between these ancient pyramids and the lost city of Atlantis. Pyramids have fascinated archaeologists and historians for centuries. The Great Pyramid of Giza, the Pyramid of the Sun in Teotihuacan, and the pyramids in Xi'an all share remarkable similarities despite being separated by vast distances and constructed by different civilizations. Could these structures be remnants of a shared Atlantean heritage? Some theorists point to advanced engineering techniques and astronomical alignments found in these pyramids as evidence of a common source of knowledge. They argue that the precision and complexity of these ancient structures could not have been achieved independently by these civilizations without a unifying influence. Additionally, myths and legends from various cultures often speak of a great civilization that existed before a cataclysmic event reshaped the world. The Atlanteans, according to these stories, were a highly advanced society with knowledge and technology that surpassed that of later civilizations. Could it be that the pyramids are a testament to the Atlanteans' attempts to preserve their knowledge and influence across the globe? Or are they merely a coincidence, a result of parallel development in human ingenuity? Join us as we explore the intriguing possibility of a global Atlantean civilization and the mysterious pyramids that may hold the key to understanding our ancient past.